Hello everyone, we are about to learn how to make our elastic band powered rocket. You will need your foam tubing, some tape, 3 large elastic bands, a small and a large zip tie, your template for your fins and a pair of scissors. Junior people, you might need one of your senior buddies to help you out with some of the steps in this. First, you will need to cut out your fins to make your rocket. Make sure that you're cutting really closely on the lines so that you have 2 nice fins to make your rocket fly straight. You'll notice that on one of the triangles the dotted line is on the base and the other triangle the dotted line is on the tip. So you need to make sure that you've got one of each because they fit together. Now just cut along the dotted lines, don't cut all the way down the triangle. And now you'll notice if you slide them together, they will make our fins for our rocket. Pop that aside and we'll use it in a moment. Now using your foam tube, on the side that's got the small space between the line, you're going to need to cut 2 lines so that it turns into 4 pieces of foam. I'll show you. First, cut it in half, all the way to the line, making sure you don't go any further than the line. Now you've got halves, you need to cut again so that your foam tube turns into quarters. With the base of your scissors, nice and carefully, making sure you keep your foam tube nice and straight the whole time. Now I've got 4 quarters at the bottom of my tube. Next you'll need to get your fins, spread them out so that it looks like 4 lines at the bottom, and slot it into the 4 slits that you have made on your foam tube. So you've got a piece of foam tube on each side of your paper. You need to have your paper sticking out closer in here where your tube is. Mine does not go further, so I will need to take my paper out and cut my slit a little bit longer so that my paper can fit and have foam sticking out the bottom. I'm going to try that again. Slitting it in, and I should have my foam coming past my paper at the bottom. Nearly there. You might be able to push it in a little bit further. See, now my foam sticks out further than the bottom of my paper. This is so you can use your zip tie to secure your fins in place. Take your smaller zip tie, and you might need to use a partner to help you wrap the zip tie around the foam and pull it tight so that your fins stay in place. Make sure you've got everything lined up nicely before you pull your zip tie really tight. Now that all of my foam is sticking out the end, I can pull my zip tie nice and tight. And now my fins won't go anywhere. And you can cut the extra zip tie off the end. Now, our rockets are a little bit bendy. To fix that, we're going to put some tape in the middle to make like a handle. Again, you might need someone to help you cut the tape. I'm just going to wrap that around the middle of our rocket so that it keeps it a bit straighter and you've got somewhere to hold on to. The last step, using our lucky bands, we need to make the slingshot part of our rocket. Put 2 lucky bands together and use the third to tie them together.
Do that at the end.
You will need to get 2 of your elastic bands and put them over your large zip tie. Line these up so that your zip tie is underneath your rocket and each elastic band is on either side. You might need to have a partner help you to keep your elastic bands on either side of the foam. This is so your rocket will go nice and straight when you fling it. Once your elastic bands are on either side of the foam, you can do up your large zip tie. Make sure before you do it really tight, each of your elastic bands is on either side of the foam, not next to each other. Mine are, so I can do my elastic band, my zip tie up nice and tight. You want it to squeeze your foam a bit. Finally, put both of the ends of your elastic bands together and thread your final elastic band through the ends, and then with each side of your final elastic band, one goes through the other and you pull it nice and tight. Your knot should look like this before you pull it tight. Pull it nice and tight. And now, once you've trimmed everything off, you are ready to fire your rocket. Hold it like this and let go.
Good. Stop.